This is a good day for me in the office because I'm now behind the wheel of the brand new Aston DB11 with the brand new general manager at Aston in Sandton. GC, how are you doing?
Very good, thanks to you, Morris.
Tell me about the name. Let's start there.
So my name GC, my full name is Tina.
Yeah.
So there's that distinct click. You come from the Eastern Cape, so
Oh.
you'll know all about that. Because it's hard to pronounce, somebody called me GC in high school. I've been GC since my parents call me GC now.
I dig it. GC is really cool. I mean, first thing I noticed, you've got GC on your shirt. I mean, you are living the Aston dream, are you not?
My best dress.
I'm impressed. Cars, where did it start for you?
I was born into cars. I was born into a family of car lovers. My brother, who was a little older than me, didn't give me a chance. We used to play trump cards in the olden day car magazines, which, by the way, I still have heaps of those from the 1980s. And that's what we'd do, pick up a hot hatch and play trumps on that. And that was our favorite pastime, wash cars. It's all we did.
Yeah.
Everything we did was
car oriented. Where did you grow up?
in Swaziland. So I was born in Swaziland and did a little bit of my schooling in Zimbabwe as well. I didn't get to see a lot of nice cars there.
Jeez, I'll say, but you've got around Swaziland, Zimbabwe. Now you're getting to see the very, very best of all the cars because you've been part of the Daytona group for a while because you used to work with BMW.
Correct.
You can sell a car apparently.
I hope so.
You haven't tried to sell me this yet, but that's because you know I don't have the money. I get it. You're not going to waste your
When
time.
you stop, I'm going to send you the offer to purchase. So I've been with the group for 11 years, and it's been a great experience. Just getting to know Joburg, getting to know people around cars, but getting to share the passion as well. There's nothing as exciting as meeting people that are as passionate about cars as I am, and that's been amazing.
But Justin and the guys, I mean, big faith. I mean, I know you were like one of the top salesmen in the country, but you were then given the position of opening their new dealership in Melrose. So obviously you've done something right, and now you sit in this position as GM for Aston Martin. Is that a pressure position? Are you kind of going, oh my word, I'm going to have to, it's a big departure from where you were, or is it just progression for you?
I think it's pressure in a big way because it's the responsibility. The responsibility is huge.
A brand like Aston.
Absolutely, and also to come into a brand that a lot of people aspire to, a brand that is well renowned, a brand that is associated with James Bond. There's a lot of pressure, but it's both good and tough. It's tough in the sense that I now have to quickly learn and get going, but it's good in the sense that it's an opportunity to do something in South Africa that perhaps could be done. There's a lot of potential, we believe, for Aston Martin as a brand in South Africa. South Africa is a car-loving nation, and that presents an opportunity for us, that's for sure.
And also, I mean, fresh thinking. You young, you funky. It's a whole new approach because Aston has also changed from that old stiff British brand to this global, sexy, funky, the James Bond's association we talk about. I mean, it's a brand on the move. Even though it's got a heritage of over 100 years, it's certainly going new places. None more so than, look at this. I mean, the DB11 is exciting in terms of where Aston's going. What for you is the significant improvement on this car?
So, as you've rightfully said, this car we believe is going to take us to new markets. So we've traditionally sold to an Aston Martin enthusiast, and we still have a lot of base based on customers that are enthusiasts of Aston Martin vehicles from the olden days. But what this does do is that it takes us into a new segment where, first of all, we are now competing with the best GTs in the business, and not just based on heritage and legacy, but it's now a solid offering
In terms of product.
in terms of product, performance, efficiency, all the stuff that people expect out of modern cars is here with the soul of an Aston and the design style of an Aston.
Here we go.
That's what makes it Aston.
Here comes the sales. You're doing a good job. You see, I knew it wouldn't take you long.
To buy one.
Talking about that, though, I mean, how different is the selling process from like BMW where you were to Aston? What's the Aston client like?
I think the difference that I've picked up so far is that there's definitely a shift from product sale based selling. So it's not so much about the product as it is about the culture, as
The
it is
lifestyle.
about the lifestyle, as it is about the passion for cars, as it is about the relationship. You know, people buy from people, and I found it even more so here. I'm spending a whole lot more time with our customers. We have some regulars that come every Friday for a beer and a smoke and a coffee on a Saturday morning with donuts, and I'm enjoying that because it's more in line with my style of selling. So instead of rushing for volume, we deal with the quality of the relationship
And the experience.
and the experience.
Define the Aston buyer for me at the moment, because I imagine the emerging black market, this is a car that they'd aspire to own, and I think that is where the money is at the moment. Do you see that?
Absolutely. So there are changes in terms of representations of groups that are coming to buy Aston Martins. What's amazing though is that we have a broad spectrum. We just delivered an Aston Martin Rapide to a lady not too long ago, and I was amazed at all the things that I had in my head about what an Aston Martin customer looks like.
And she rolls.
She rolls, and she is employed. She only has 2 other cars. She doesn't have a fleet of vehicles, and this is a daily car.
Amazing.
So it's really hard to put your finger on what the typical customer looks like.
This is the question though. You've got some amazing cars on your showroom floor. Yeah, we're in the latest DB11. What is your pick? If I said to you, GC, take a set of keys for the weekend, what Aston would you take?
Marissa, I have to tell you, as a car enthusiast and somebody that loves driving, there's one car that has left an indelible mark on me that I drove in my first week at Aston, was an Aston Martin V12 Vantage S. It totally blew me away.
That engine, man.
That engine is phenomenal. It reminds you why we love driving. It's normally aspirated V12, no turbocharging, no electronic steering, no fancy gearbox, no rear wheel steering. No, it's just an organic driving experience.
I'm suddenly like you, my man, because I mean we were lucky enough to drive that around the racetrack at Aldous Krabanti in PE, and the sad thing is, it's like those cars are not being made anymore. You know, like now we're sitting driving through Sandton, you and I having a chat. I mean, I feel like I'm in a luxury sedan. I'm not in a performance Aston that's capable of 0 to 100 in like under 4 seconds. That's how user-friendly cars have become. But it is cool still to have those Mad Max type cars where it's like roaring in your face.
Absolutely, and it actually taught me something about Aston that I wasn't aware of, and that is Aston is the driving experience is central to what an Aston is. It's not just about being fancy and, a coveted brand, but it's actually about the experience inside the car. That's why the sound of an Aston is so key,
Critical,
soulful.
Your clients, I mean, people who buy a car like this want to be seen, but I imagine there are a lot of your clients that probably want to stay under the radar. Some dodgy clients. You don't have to name. There's no naming and shaming. But I imagine guys that have 5 million rand to throw around aren't always, doing business by the book, or are they?
I'll leave that
Tough
with
question.
no comment. But I do want to say something in line with that, though, is that Aston does certainly present a proposition for our customers that want to buy a sports car, an exotic car, but are not showy in their lifestyle. They are quite comfortable in their own skin and don't necessarily want to be seen to be splashing money. And this is what this car allows you to do. Also, you'll see that in character, it's a car that you could drive to the office.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing it now.
One of my
What an
customers
office.
calls it a sports car in a suit.
Yeah, very cool.
And that's what it allows you to do. A lot of our customers struggle with, you end up having to own 6-7 cars, one for Sunday, one for the family, one to go to the office, because you can't really take your Italian stallion to the office. This allows you to do all of that, pick up the kids from school, and the missus is happy.
Yeah, I like the understated thing, because like for me, I wouldn't go and go the Ferrari route. Everyone's, oh wow, have a look. This has got that British elegance, understated, cool.
That's right. I read a statement somewhere that understatement is also a statement.
Ah, that's cool.